People are building communities around almost anything you can think of, from fitness, parenting, finance, digital products, even hobbies like chess or gardening. And here's the crazy part, they're not just building groups, they're turning those communities into real income out of thin air. I'm gonna be honest, I used to give away all of my knowledge online, dropping gems for free, and hoping people would just take action. But then I realized something. While I was pouring out everything I knew, others were creating safe spaces, charging for access, and building revenue and impact at the same time. That's when I decided to stop sitting on the sidelines. I dove in and I built my community. Now, I didn't have all the answers. I didn't even have a real roadmap. I just knew if I could create a space where people felt supported and they got results, it could change lives. And it has. Right now, people aren't waiting until they feel ready. They're actually jumping into the deep end, learning how to swim as they go, and building communities that give them freedom and influence. So today, I want to show you what I chose, where I'm at right now, and how you can start too. Because if you can come up with an idea, a topic that you actually care about, you can build a community around it. And that community can lead to life-changing income, purpose, and the kind of influence that most people only dream of. So let's get started. I'm going to show you the Skool platform. All right, now here's where we jump into the Skool platform. Now, this is an area that's kind of like just the discovery area. There are many different areas you can dive into, from hobbies to music to money, spirituality, tech, health, sports, self-improvement, you name it, it's probably in here. Relationships, all right? So inside of each one of these different topics, you can go in there and start looking at the different leaders in those areas. Now, if I go into the tech area, it's going to be a lot of information about AI, obviously. I go into sports, it's going to be information about pickleball, even skating, right? Go into music, maybe it's information on producer growth. Here's more information about pocket singers and syncing producers and hobbies, maybe. How about calligraphy or some watch lovers, right? So those are just different areas that are open and available. And this is what it looks like. But when you go behind the scenes or dive a little deeper, let me just show you this section. This is where they talk about what the community is really all about. Well, the Schoolers community is training how to start a community and grow it to 10K per month. They give you the actual blueprint for that. All right, they've got weekly news calls inside of there, member maps and meetups, right? They've got the Skool Games, which is a competition for the highest grossing MRR, which is the people who make recurring revenue, the monthly recurring revenue, that's MRR, and over 90 days. As those people are 1 through, I think it's 5 or 1 through 3, those individuals get invited out to the headquarters to meet Alex Hermosi and other people within the management and the creators, I believe, of Skool. But I want to show you what I did behind the scenes. Bear with me here while I bring up my information. Now here's where I dive into my group called DFA. Now this group is specifically called DFA. It is Digital Freedom Alliance. And as you can see, it's for people who want more than just a paycheck. They want real freedom and they want to learn those practical ways to earn online income from anywhere. So I started this about 2 weeks ago, and all I did was start talking about it on my TikTok lives. I've been going live on TikTok for the past 6 months, and what I've been doing is selling digital products. But when I finally understood what I was doing, I said, look, I need to create a community of my own. Now, I haven't built everything out, and so what I did is I put it at the lowest rate that I thought I could to bring some people in the doorway at a good founder's introductory price. And so that's a $15 price. But inside of here, what I've done is I have a video that I created showcasing the actual inside of the network, inside of the Skool community, showing what my information looks like inside and giving more context to what I currently have in there right now. Okay? And so that's what I did here initially to show people what it is I have inside of my Skool network. So I'm going to dive back to the community tab here to show you. This is where the real rubber meets the road, because the community tab is where people are in there and they are actively communicating and setting threads, and it looks like I'm doing a lot of them right now because again, some of them don't know about Skool. And so you got to understand that Skool is a community. You're building a community, not just from a creator standpoint, but from an overall group effort. And so what I've done is I've put things out there saying, look, I understand you guys have your journey. Here's what I want to know. What do you need help with? what can I put into this to help you get to what you're trying to do? And a lot of them started telling me they need a step by step guide. So, you know what I'm doing next? Step by step guide. Because I want to get those individuals moving along and get them on their way to what they're trying to do. But I want to show you all. Again, there are 16 people inside of here. So what I did is I set up a couple of areas where we can discuss things. And under general discussions, we've got wins and testimonials, gems, which is sharing tips and tricks, and the off-topic discussions that we can have. At least we've got a place where we can put that, where it doesn't show up in the main area. I've got my classroom set up here where I put together some of the modules. The ones that are all here with this black cover on it, they are actually modules that are actively, they have information inside of there. From starting here where I talk about welcoming them, finding their why, setting goals, and figuring out a customer avatar. Each one of those sections is in here, and I'm showing them exactly through those videos, which are very short, 8 minutes there. That video is 5 minutes, this video is 4 minutes, and the introduction is 2 minutes. So they're not long videos. I've found that making long videos just don't work that well online for this kind of stuff. Resources. I started giving resources, and a lot of this information is stuff that I put out here and I made available. I used to sell a lot of these products online, and what I did is I took those products and put them right here. This product here called Live Domination is the very first product that I created. It's about helping people who want to go live on TikTok. TikTok was the big, huge thing that was giving so much traffic to people, and so I knew how to go live. I knew how to do that. I had been on platforms like Twitch and even Justin TV before it became Twitch and was bought out by Amazon. So I knew how to do streaming and things like that. So I started putting together that information and I was selling that product. And what I've done is I've placed that in here so people can get that product right here inside of the group. All right. And other products too. So I created Side Hustle Starter Kit, which is about using good prompts for ChatGPT so you can get better responses. We go into the calendar function here. Tomorrow, in fact, tomorrow at 11 a.m., we have a Skool Q&A session tomorrow. The people who are in the group can come in there from 11 a.m. New York time till 12 p.m. I will answer questions. We will go over different things. That's instrumental to my community. I want to make sure that I'm giving them feedback and that I'm allowing them to come in and ask questions, and we can get down to what they need so that I can give them what they need and get them to the success that they're looking for. As we keep going here, I'm not going to go into members just because it's got information in there that I don't want to display online. The map area, that kind of shows where people are. So I don't have a lot of international people right now because mainly what I do is inside of the United States. I like to say that I'm now going just about internationally, not yet. Now, Puerto Rico is still America, but when I get over here to these other countries, I will be telling everybody, believe me. So as we keep going here, we get to the leaderboards. It's kind of a gamification, which is helping people who want to, be at the top of the level in the conversation, in what they say in online, in the group. And so that's the information that I wanted to definitely point out, that it has kind of a gamification to it, where as you get deeper and deeper into putting things into the system, even the owner has to go through it. I'm only at level 3. So, but the point is we're all in there communicating and we're doing things to keep the room and the conversation going. Now, under this about section, again, getting back to this, here's my area here where you will see, as you can see here, it shows the settings area for this, but I want to show you something. So when I pull this up, you'll see that what comes up is this. It comes up, it brings you to this point where you can actually pay the $15 directly right here for DFA. And DFA, as my information that we put out here, it's called Digital Freedom Academy. Digital Freedom Alliance, actually. That said Academy, but it's not. I've got to change that. I just noticed that, which is weird. But again, this is why we are at a founder's level, meaning that the people who are coming in right now, they are the founders of my community. They are helping me to get my community together, and together we are growing this. If you've been looking at getting started with a Skool community, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my link down below. I'm going to dive just a little bit, I'm going to dive a little bit further in here and go into the settings. I almost forgot about that. So as we go into the settings, this is where my community sits as of right now. I did throw a little bit of traffic at it. It wasn't that good of a traffic converting wise, so it hasn't converted well. But initially I was getting about 5% conversion, but I've thrown some traffic in and it's not doing so well. But we'll figure that out. Right now, I'm at $240, which is my monthly recurring revenue at this moment. Again, over 2 weeks, I built up to have a monthly recurring amount of $240 every month. So you can understand how you build something that works, and you can show people how to do what they need to do. You can understand how this could change your life. All right. I've got an invite area here where I can invite people into the group. You can invite people into the group. Here's the area where it just shows you how to set up your icons. I did all of this from Canva. All I did is create the information from Canva. You've got the recommended sizes right there. This is a private community. You can open it up as a public community and leave it open to everybody, but I do have mine as a private community, and the access is given once they've paid the money. So here we go into the members that are in there right now. Right now, there's 16 members in there. They're all paying $15 a month. This is the start. Now, you can go in and change this to give members a 7-day free trial. You can do that. It's definitely a way to bring people in. At this point, I'm not changing mine to that. The models that I've seen do that. It invites a lot of people, such as scammers, to get into your group. Most scammers don't want to even pay to get in, so that's one of the reasons why a pay model is better. But if that's what you want to do, you can do a 7-day trial. The affiliates, now this I haven't opened up yet. This is where I can reward people for referring their friends or other people to the group. They get a commission. So right now, just my revenue model being $15 a month, it doesn't make sense for me to go ahead and start splitting that 50-50 at this moment. As we grow, that is something that I am looking at. Plugins, you got many plugins that you can put in here. You can see that some of mine are on the onboarding video. I want that to play for people so they can understand it. I have a Meta Pixel tracking, Google Ads tracking in here, and then you've got other things that you can do. Webhooks to tie this into other things to make things happen when certain things go happen inside of your group. The tabs that I currently chose to show are the classroom, the calendar, and the map. You can hide those because you don't necessarily need them. But I like the calendar function. It allows people to see what we're doing. And the cool thing about Skool now is you do not need Zoom. You do not need Google Meet anymore. You can go live directly inside of the platform and use those recordings within the platform. So you don't have to go download it, put it up to YouTube, and then put a link to it. You don't have to do all of that anymore. Categories, this is where it just shows my general discussions, my wins, my gems and tricks, tips and tricks, and my chat off-topic discussions. You can put more categories here. I didn't want to make too many and make it too broad. I may even get rid of some of them for the moment because they're just not getting used that often. You've also got your rules. You want to try to give people the rules that they want to abide by to stay in the community. Number 1, be positive. Number 2, no self-promotion. Number 3 is make an effort. And number 4 is no DM me for more. A lot of people come into groups. A lot of scammers do this, but they come into groups and they say, can you, I did so well and blah, blah, blah. And I got the idea. Can you guys DM me for more information? They just want to get you out of the system so they can scam you. So we don't allow that. Right now, I'm in discovery under the area of money. Right now, I'm ranked at 4,000 out of the community. So in the beginning, I think that's a good ranking. I believe that I can get that down into the 2000s probably by the end of this September. And that's what I want to do. I need to boost that engagement, and I need that community to start holding those conversations in the group. So I'm trying to foster that by doing different things. So I'll be instrumental in putting more time and effort into that. My metrics right now, as you can see, in the past 30 days, this is where we've been at this moment. And again, I started it and didn't even I got one person in on the 26th, which is like a day after I started it. And I really didn't get it really going until right about here. And that's when it just ramped up. So as you can see, it's very, very lucrative business that you can get into and get this thing moving. All right, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you right here. If I go back to my profile here and I go to my affiliates area, this is where I can invite other people who want to start their own affiliate program, or excuse me, start their own Skool community. So this is the area where people can start their own Skool community. So in the tab below, in the area below, you'll see an area where if you're looking to do this, which I highly recommend it, you can do that and you can get started today. And while I will make a small commission on this, it is something that this is part of what doing digital marketing is about. It's about showing people what you do, giving them an opportunity to do the same. Some of them will choose to use your affiliate link. Now, you get to do the same thing. And on top of that, for those of you who are here, you saw my Skool network. It's called Digital Freedom Alliance. If you'd love to join, it's $15 right now. It's still in the introductory level. Right now, I only need 4 more people to reach 20 members. And I believe once I reach that, I will be taking it to my next number when it comes to the monthly recurring amount. So if you want to get in at that founder's rate of $15, all you have to do is go ahead and choose the area below where it says to join DFA, to join Digital Freedom Alliance. You can do that. But if you're ready to start your own school, by all means, you know how to do it, and there is a link below. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to see more videos like this or more topics like this, if you want to tell me in the comments what you want to see going forward, I'd love to give you that information. I want to give you more of this and show you how you can get out of the hamster wheel and start doing something from just a hobby that you did, or maybe even something that you've been doing for decades as your job. You can take that and turn that into an actual income, a monthly recurring income. Don't say you can't, because there's so many people that do. So I want to encourage you to get started. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will catch you on my next video, my next YouTube video. Thank you so much. Have a great day.